What are we standing in front of? Because this thing looks awesome.
Well, this is the TRUVAC APXX. It's the newest machine that we have. 12 yard, 1,200 gallon. If you'll notice a little bit, the debris body's pulled forward. And why is that pulled forward? So we can maximize the payload.
Okay.
So the axle configuration in this particular model shows a tandem pusher. You can get a tandem pusher tag, you can get a Quinn axle. Depending on what state you're in, we can configure it for that.
That's what I was going to ask. All right.
Yeah, so the TRUVAC, and you mentioned it's TRUVAC by Vactor Manufacturing.
Correct,
So just so you know, Vactor Manufacturing has been in business since 1911. We built the very first vacuum excavator called the Excavator in 1969. We've been doing this a long time.
Been around for a long time and not going anywhere.
Yeah, so when you take a look at our equipment, it's tried and true. And in our mindset, when we design equipment, we're thinking about the operator.
Sure.
We're thinking it's easy to use, easy to operate, easy to maintain. So here's the heart and soul.
Okay.
So very basic. This particular model is what we call our classic control system. So it's very basic, very similar to our Guzzler brands. You have the basic rocker switches. There's not a whole lot of VMM, high technology stuff. This is really a lot of people that are, old school like myself. They like that, they like that less is more thing.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
So yeah, and it's a very basic operation. You have the ability to get your lights, you turn your water pump on, your throttle. You have your very basic control systems down here. And then obviously everything is operated on a remote, right? So there's that, but here's all the real controls here.
All right.
So you're going to operate this, again, an emergency stop. So everywhere there's an operator interface, there is an emergency stop. Because you're never standing here,
Yeah.
You're back here with the boom.
Okay.
So you want to have that safety in hand right there. Now this is a non-destructive emergency stop, meaning that you can hit this and nothing negative will happen to the machine. And what I mean by that is, when you hit that, it'll automatically open a vacuum relief valve to relieve the vacuum at the hose. It'll throttle down the engine. It'll cut out the hydraulics. And so the operator is safe, but the truck is safe as well. On some models of other manufacturers, if you hit this, it will ramp down the engine, but it doesn't relieve the vacuum. And then you have what they call stored energy. Stored energy will spin the blower backwards, will spin the engine backwards. All negative things on a vacuum truck. And how do we know this? Because we've been building these for a long time and we learned the hard way.
I was going to say, because you've learned.
Yeah.
You've learned.
So this is the heart of the operations. You have some gauges just to give you some filter indicators. Blower temperature gauge, water level.
And what do we got in here?
And this is the heart and soul of the water system. So 20 gallon a minute CAT water pump. You notice it's low down here. That means the head pressure from the water tank keeps it at a flooded suction, because this is not a suck, it is a pump.
All right.
All right, so you want to make sure that it has a solid amount of pressurized water feeding that inlet. We have our heater. This particular system, you can stand up in it. Some people will put a microwave in here so that they can have their food, get warm.
So for cold weather guys, this is a fantastic unit.
So we have 4 levels of cold weather. And depending on where you live, it's what you need. I would tell you, if you live in Florida, you should have a heater.
Sure.
Because it cuts in clay. It helps that. So,
Okay.
so you're more productive. If you think about Georgia and the red clay there, yeah, it really helps that. So, so aside from the heater, you have the ability to get heated water lines, heated storage. Obviously there's air purge, so you can purge all the liquid out. We have a glycol system that can be added, so that if you're going to winterize the machine, you're going to fill it with glycol, and then when you're ready to go, you're going to recycle that glycol and then put water in there.
All right, cool, very cool.
So all your controls, all labeled. The one thing we know for sure is that sometimes people don't operate the same truck every day.
Sure.
So we want to make it easy for people to walk up to our machines. So you'll notice all these decaling. There's a purpose behind them. You'll see how they're laid out, so that anyone will be able to operate the machine and very clearly understand what's what. There's 5 QR codes on this machine at different places.
Sure.
And so you can walk up with your cell phone and you're going to get access to troubleshooting and maintenance, operations videos, and general information about the machine. It looks complicated. It looks daunting,
Sure.
but it's really very simple.
Sure.
And we make it as simple as we can. And everything is detailed, even down to your grease zerks. How often do you need to grease these, weekly or monthly? It's labeled. If you were looking at the back of this machine, you see how tall, right? We don't want people getting up there unless they need to. So
Yeah.
all of our grease zerks for up top are actually down at ground level.
Awesome.
So you just come in and you can pump it. And again, it tells you whether you need to do it weekly, whether you need to do it monthly.
Excellent. Where can somebody go to get more information, Tony?
Well, you can go to www.truvac.com or call me at 847-922-1336, and I'll be glad to answer any questions for you.
Awesome, Tony. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep, take care.